In today's video, we're going to be talking about overcoming your fears of oversized and add-on items. When you first start to go to Amazon and start selling and start learning, you start realizing that not all, items are, not all items are created equally. Not all items are looked at by Amazon. The fees aren't the same. There's shipping dimensions and all that stuff. The weights are not the same. And it all impacts your bottom line. You want to make sure that you understand the fees, understand all the things that are involved with selling items that are oversized or add-ons. And now let's kind of define those for just a second for those of you just tuning in. Oversized items are items that Amazon deems to be larger than normal. They have dimensions. You can find that on the website, but usually if it's a little bit larger than normal, they will charge a little bit of a fee. There's fees for small oversized, which I think sounds like an oxymoron, medium oversized, and large oversized items. And that's because sometimes, even though they weigh less, sometimes oversized items can take up a lot of space in the warehouse. And so, you're just paying for the space. But a lot of times people are scared to sell oversized items. They're afraid that it will eat too much into their profits, not only with the Amazon FBA fees, which can be as high as $6 per item, to eating into their fees when they're shipping it to Amazon. When you're shipping an oversized box to Amazon, and getting, even though you're getting the partnered Amazon UPS rates, which are amazing, it still costs a lot more to send in larger items. So people are afraid of that. And and for some people it's rightly so. It's okay to be afraid of that, but you need to learn some truth to be able to get over those fears and be able to really take advantage of. You can't just think that every item that's oversized is going to be profitable, just like every item that's standard size is not profitable. You want to make sure you pick the right items. And so to overcome this fear, it's important to know that the right items that are oversized can be very profitable. You also need to be using the right app. If you're using the Amazon Seller app, it doesn't tell you that it's oversized. It doesn't tell you all the extra fees that might be involved with that. It just kind of tells you what other people are asking for it and what you might be able to make for it. But it doesn't tell you that it's oversized. And so using the right scanner, it will take you far. We like Profit Bandit. Every time we scan an item that's oversized, it comes up on the main screen with asterisks around it saying it's oversized. And so it's something that we're aware of, and then we kind of go through a little mental checklist to make sure that we make all the right decisions on if we should actually buy that. They work in, like you can put in a per pound guesstimation of what you think shipping that item would be to Amazon. It works in all those fees, so you can make better sourcing decisions. So using the right seller app is really good. There's oversized items that we have sold, and we've made really good money on oversized items. There's one that we have sold probably 50 or 60 of. It's an item that we have found. I mean, we live in Texas. We live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And we've been all over Texas and other places. We have found so many of this item, because we still have more in stock that are ready for Q4. We've bought them between $3 and $7 each, because different stores sell them for different prices. We bought them for $3 to $7 each, and they're selling consistently between $40 and $50 each. And it's an oversized item, and yes, the fees are a little bit more, and it costs a little bit more to send it into Amazon, but when the ROI is there, it's absolutely worth it, and something that you should really consider to find oversized items. We have one item that we're always looking for. It's kind of hard to find and kind of rare, but it's an item, and I wrote down the dimensions so I wouldn't forget. It's 21 inches by 44 inches by 28 inches, and so the thing, it's huge. I don't have enough space in my video camera space to show you how huge it is, but we frequently find it. We buy it for about 40 or 50 bucks. And I mean, we don't frequently find it. We're frequently looking for it. But we buy it for about 40 or 50 bucks. And we have to actually, I call it box surgery, where you have to take a few boxes, because there's not a box that big, and put a couple boxes together to be able to send it to Amazon FBA. And, we make sure it's all packed really well. And then we send it out. And and it sells for anywhere between $400 to $500 depending on the time of year. I bought it for $50. I sold it for $400 to $500. Now, again, the Amazon fees are huge, and the shipping rates to Amazon are big, but the ROI, it's all worked into it. So we end up spending maybe 2 or 3 hours making these. If we sold one of them, we would take probably about an hour and a half to make these boxes, to make sure it's shipped, packaged correctly, and in the end, we probably make about $200, $250 on that. Still profit in our pockets. So just spending a couple hours on one item, making $200, it was perfect. And it was a used item too. It was an item that we sold as used. It wasn't even brand new anymore. So even used items that are oversized, look into those. And again, if just like other items, if it's a used toy, make sure you're selling it as collectible, not used. And so it's, like I said before, make sure you're scanning with the right app. And the second tip is when you send oversized items to Amazon, you want to make sure that you're sending them in higher quantities. When you find one or two items, it might not be cost productive. Is that the way to say it? Cost prohibitive to send it in with one or two items. You want to have multiple oversized items when you send it to Amazon. That way you've got a big box, you're paying for the big fees, but it's a lot smaller because you have more items that are being sent. So cost effective, that's the phrase. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So sending in multiple oversized items is the way to go when you're sending. Now you might be thinking, Steven, okay, I've tried to do this before. Amazon splits them all up, and then I have just one oversized item going to one place, two going to another place, and then the rest of them are going, how do I deal with that? Well, I don't have time to share this, but if you want to read more about it, you can go to fulltimefba.com/split. Amazon does split your shipments, but there's answers for that. Sometimes if there's a split shipment going to just one, if it's a multiple item that I'm sending somewhere else, I might just delete that one shipment and add it to another shipment that I already have open and just do that within Seller Central. I don't do that all the time. I just do that on rare occasions where I have one item going someplace by itself that's an oversized. And so that's just a little tip that you can do where you can just delete that shipment, go into the shipment page, and delete that, and then make sure that you add one to the shipping contents of the other shipment that has more. And so just look into that. So that's how we overcome our fear of oversized. We make sure we pick the right things, send as many in as we can at one time, and make sure we're using the right the right sourcing app to get the right numbers to make the best decision. So that's oversized. Now also there's fear of add-on items. And add-on items are items that are usually lightweight and inexpensive, and it's not really cost effective for Amazon to make it. They don't make any money for shipping out these lightweight items that are really cheap with their Prime shipping. And so the Amazon requires that the buyer, the customer that's shopping on Amazon, buy at least $25 worth of something that before they're able to have that add-on item, or make sure that the add-on item is involved in a purchase that's at least $25 or more. And so it's not the main thing that they're buying, it's a add-on item. And so that's how they do it. So how we overcome the add-on fear, because a lot of people are like, I'm just not going to make enough money selling an add-on item. They're cheap, and people don't buy them as often because they're an add-on item and they just want one thing when they go to Amazon. They're not buying a whole bunch of stuff. So it's just something to think about and consider when you're sourcing. And you know what? We actually think this fear is legitimate. We try to stay away from add-on items. Unless we get something for absolutely free or next to nothing, we'll stay away from sourcing add-on items. But there is a way around it so that we can still make profits on those items. And there's two ways that we focus on. The first is selling an item as a multi-pack. If you're able to find and do a search on Amazon when you're outsourcing and you scan the item with the barcode and it's like, oh, it's selling for $8 and yeah, we can get it for $2, but it's not worth it to sell it for just one item on there. And you just kind of go on the rest of your day. But if you just take a few more seconds to type in the title of what it is, you might find out that there's a multi-pack of 3, a multi-pack of 6, a multi-pack of 12. One time we were out, we found this one item. It was cheap. It was like $3 per box, and it was selling on Amazon for about, $8 or $9 per box. And we're like, you know what? That's just not worth it, not worth our time. But we found a 12-pack that was selling, I can't remember exactly how much it was, $40 or $50. And so not that, not $40 or $50, but it was a 12-pack that made it worth selling, so that the fees only brought it down just a little bit, rather than if we were selling 12 individual items. So check out the whole multi-pack option. And if there's not a multi-pack, then another option would be bundles. And you can take that item, bundle it together with other things. If it's a grocery item, maybe bundle it together with stuff to make a recipe for something. Or if it's a toy, maybe find some other toys that kind of go along with it. If it's a Hot Wheels toy, maybe find some, Hot Wheels tracks or a Hot Wheels display case or something, just something to bundle it together so that you can sell those items, still make good money, but you're not selling that small, lightweight, individual item by itself, which usually is not worth it. So those are the ways we overcome our fear of add-on and still be able to make some good profits. And I don't know if any apps tell you that an item is an add-on. I think most of the time, to find out if an item is an add-on when you're outsourcing, you have to probably click through to Amazon and check on the Amazon page and see if it's an add-on status. And that way you can see. And then the whole theory of what's an add-on, like sometimes Amazon decides that an item that's $8 is not an add-on. It's not. But then some that are above $10, just a little bit above $10, that it is an add-on. For most items, Amazon decides if it's small, lightweight, and under $10, it's usually an add-on. It's not always 100% of the time. They don't always follow that, but on average, if it's small, lightweight, and under $10, it's going to be an add-on. So that's something to think about. So if you're wanting information about how to bundle, if you've never bundled before, you can check out fulltimefba.com/proven-bundles, and you can find out information and some really good quality teaching to be able to find stuff and put them together as a bundle and be able to sell it on Amazon and make really good money. So check that out, fulltimefba.com/proven-bundles. So that's something I want you to check out. And if you're worried about how to do bundles, how to create listings, how to create listings with bundles, one of our fear blog posts that are going to be coming up soon is about overcoming your fear of creating new listings. When it comes to individual items or bundles or whatever, we're going to talk about that. And because I think a lot of people are like, I have this really great item, I think it would sell on Amazon, but I don't know how to create a listing that's really good. Well, we're going to help you overcome that, equip you with the truth to be able to create quality listings. And you can find that on the blog, fulltimefba.com/fears. You can find that coming up soon. And we're gonna talk about that plus some more fears. We got 3 or 4 more fears we're gonna tackle. If you have more fears, you can email me, Stephen@fulltimefba.com. If we haven't talked about it yet, it might become an idea for a future blog post. So it is something to think about. I really appreciate all the comments and the questions that were there. I really think that that it's possible for us to make really good money with oversized items and add-on items if you just make the right decisions. So again, at fulltimefba.com/fears. But I have a challenge for you today. I don't want you to just listen to this and go about your own merry way. I want you to go out next time you're sourcing and try to find an item that's oversized. Try to find an item that is an add-on item. Test it out. Try it out. See if it works for you. See if you can buy it and find make it as a bundle, as an add-on, or find a multi-pack add-on item. and then let me know about it. Or find an oversized item that's kind of big, but you maybe were able to find multiples. Try it out. Let me know about it. Let me know your story. Steven at fulltimefba.com. I want to know more about it. I want to be able to help you. So let's keep the conversation going even after this video. Let me know how things are going in your Amazon business. That's all we have for today. I really appreciate you watching this video. And if you liked it, we'd appreciate you clicking on the thumbs up below. And if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos, be sure you click subscribe so that you're notified when the new videos are ready. If you have a comment or a question, leave that below too. We do our best to reply to them as soon as we can. If you have a question, taking things maybe deeper, if you didn't understand anything, ask us a question. We'll help you out when we can. Or if you want to take things deeper and talk even more or add to the discussion, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you want to learn more about me and our website, go to fulltimefba.com. We give out free PDFs, free helps, free blog posts, videos, more stuff to help you take your Amazon business to the next level. And if you're looking for any links that we talked about during this video, you can find those in the description below. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video. I will see you soon. I hope you have a great day. Bye.